autonomous underwater vehicle. We started competing just last year. The reason we started competing is because we mentor a bunch of FTC teams, and we saw the fun they were having, so we wanted to get out and start competing. Most of us competed in college and high school. So
yeah, we wanted to really put our knowledge to the test. We're not doing this as like for school or anything. We just a group of people that just enjoy building things like this. And we just got together and we're like, just compete.
Yeah, so we're all self-funded. We're all STEM-related majors. Yeah, so we competed over summer last year down in San Diego for 7 days against 30 other teams from about a dozen different countries.
Projector.
We had people like Russia, Singapore, we had Taiwan, China, India, and we had a whole load of other states there competing alongside us. So it's designed to navigate through different markers that it finds. We don't get the arrangement of the field before we get there, and we don't get the sizes of anything until we get there. So they put everything in and they tell us what we have to find, but they don't say how big it is, how far apart it is. They don't allow us to use GPS. So we have to put it in there and it has to self-navigate and figure out where it is.
Fully autonomous.
Fully autonomous, yeah. Yeah, we don't have a remote control or anything for this. It's designed to go to about second atmosphere, so anywhere from about 32 to 70 feet is where it's rated to go, but the pool itself is about 40 feet deep.
We compete in the Transdex, which is I believe that's where they teach the Navy SEALs how to dive. It's about 6 million gallons of water. And we're actually co-sponsored, the competition is co-sponsored by the official Navy. What is it?
The Office of Naval Research,
Yes.
Spay War, and the U.S. government a little bit.
And they do it because, for example, you guys have heard of the Malaysia flight that crashed. And they actually have a box that sends out pings. So this, they kind of use it like testing. This is research for the Navy, and it's a competition for us to get into the actual engineering aspect of career field of STEM. And one of the things the submarine actually has to do is find a pinger. It has to locate a pinger, pick up a box at a PVC structure, and then come back up and drop it off somewhere as well. There are different obstacles underwater, such as hitting buoys, sensing different colors and shapes, and it follows the markers like you mentioned underwater. It's timed. I believe they give us about 15 minutes. Obviously, speed is not something we're really concerned about in the submarine.
Yeah, like you guys can see right here, just pick up the, what is it that you
The
guys?
PVC structure.
And then right here you guys can see the torpedoes, and then we have the camera systems right here in the front, lights right here, so that all the colors are, so you can see it underwater, I think it's a little bit blue. So we sometimes do a flash, so it's there.
Yeah, the lights are auto-adjusting, so the darker it gets, the brighter the lights get, and vice versa. You notice we have 2 cameras on the front because we've developed stereoscopic vision for this, which is a hard thing to do, especially in industry. So it actually has a depth perception. It can tell you how far away something is just by looking. And then there's a camera on the bottom. It's got a full pneumatic system that we charge with CO2 because it's a little bit more dense, so we can pull more. It's running a full motherboard, a mini ITX, has an i7, 8 gigs of RAM, with solid state drive, so there's plenty of power to do all of our processing. And the motors and sensors and everything run off Arduinos. Just regular Arduinos put in there. And then we have an IMU, or inertial measurement unit. It tells us our 9 degrees of freedom. So it tells us how balanced we are, how many G's we're hitting, and it gives us a compass, so it tells us what direction we're heading in.
Also, most of this, pretty much all of it is off the shelf because we are just undergrad and we want to get into this and we're funded by school or anything. Things like our actual control box, this is something small, it's custom made, but the actual thing is inside, something we just bought. We have these claws welded, everything was made by us except, we ordered the acrylic too, but all of it, the cameras and the lights are inside PVC structures. We used acrylic to cover the bottom cameras so we could see as well as the front cameras. We have the acrylic vessel. All of this was just welded and made bottom top by themselves. Obviously, things like the Arduinos, the motors we purchased, and the batteries, but what we could make, we made.
Yeah, everything was made by hand. Some of the more intricate stuff, like the cutouts for the end caps, sealable end caps, and all the designs on our control panel, those were cut out and engraved with the laser. So we were able to get access to that. But everything else, like all these tabs, we had to learn how to weld plastic, glue all that together. So we had to mold those by hand. And our brackets here, we had to shape by hand. And all the wirings ran into the frame to give it a clean look. And so we don't get tangled on anything.
And this is our separate for last year's competition. We're competing again this year with a completely different design. Now that we have a little bit of we have a better idea of what the competition consists of and what it's like. So we're going completely different, much more simple, and this is still like our first baby, so it's really awesome to look at and test with.
Yeah, this one's much like an exotic car. When you take it out, either something breaks or there's a lot of maintenance that goes along with it. So we try not to put it in the water too much because it will hold water and you can't get it out. So there's a couple flaws with our design, but we're learning from that and we're making a much smaller one. That's the military spec.
So how did you do in the competition?
We beat 5 countries in 5 states.
The cameras that you use, you said these are off-the-shelf cameras, are these like computer?
Yeah, they're just Microsoft Life Cams.
Oh.
So they're just they're 1080p playback, and they're
You
just
have
standard
two.
USB ones. Yep, or we have 3. There's 2 up front, right here, and there's 1 on the bottom.
You guys write your phones. You guys write all your own software, like your visual analysis, better.
Yeah, everything is developed by us. We have our lead software guy, he did all the vision systems. Another one of our software guys did all the control, the balancing systems.
Will.
And then everything else is just kind of written.
Okay.
And we did use OpenCV to help us start with some of the vision systems.
Yeah.
Do you have a website or something where people can follow your activities and where you place and stuff like that?
Yeah, we started using Facebook, but the competition actually requires us to make a real website. So our website is projectnautilus.us. It's actually up and active right now. Sometimes it's down in the off season, but yeah, that's up, and we post stuff on there regularly, so you can follow our progress.
We had flyers with criminals working.
Yeah, and we're based out of Temecula, and we're always welcoming people to come help us on the weekends, or just hang out, see what we're doing. So that's more than welcome. If you're ever interested in coming down, seeing what we're up to, you can go on there. Our contact information on the website. You can shoot us an email.
You have to make an appointment or something?
Just give us a heads up.
Just in case.
Yeah, and the website URL is projectnautilus.us.
Oh, .us?
Not .com.
No, not that one.
No, since it's an international competition, we decided to choose .us.
Let's say torpedoes. What about?
Part of the mission is there's a board with 4 different size holes with different colors around them, and they tell you the day of the competition, and every day the color changes, so they're going to tell you, okay, you got to shoot through the purple hole today. If you don't shoot through the purple hole, it doesn't count. So that's what the torpedoes are for. There's regular torpedoes that you use in your pool, and we drilled out the back of it to fit over this copper refrigerator line. So there's a solenoid that shoots 100 psi into the back of it, and they'll shoot about 20 feet before they start to skew.
Oh.
How many people are on your team?
Right now there's 9 of us.
Do you have videos online of it working in action?
No, we kind of finished this really late in the season, so we didn't have a chance to get any video or anything of this. But we're actually putting our new sub in the water next week, so we're going to be getting video hopefully then.
Are any of you a member of our club?
No,
You can be an
but
online member, just sign up. Just go to the meetup site and just sign up, and then send us any information through the mailing list.
okay. Yeah, we've been up here before for various events.
Yeah, we'd
not-
love to
not
see-
the sub, but-
Yes, well, we'd love to see the video of your sub in action.
Okay, yeah, we'll sign up for sure.
What's different about your new stuff?
Completely different. It's actually, currently we have a test bed, so we're going to make the actual frame, but we have a holonomic drive. They're at.
What is that?
Holonomic.
There's a thruster at each corner on 45 degrees, so that it can go forward, back, and straight left and right, and still can go diagonal. So it's much more maneuverable. And then we have one on the front and one on the back at 45 to control our pitch and our roll. And it's much lighter. It's designed to be only 50 pounds. So in military spec, it's about 50 pounds on your back. So this one actually has a backpack attachment, so you can wear it on your back. Where this one is almost 130 pounds.
What's the new one made out of?
It's going to be made out of aluminum. And this one's steel, because we welded this ourselves, and we only had the equipment to weld steel.
How do you control buoyancy to bring it back to the surface?
It's all power thrusters. It's neutrally buoyant right now. So it'll sit wherever we set it.
Because of the air in the tube?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's actually ballasts that mount to the side too, for extra stability, but we take them off for transportation and presentation purposes. Any other questions?
That's nice.
What operating system are you running?
It's running Windows 7 right now. We were going to run Ubuntu, but we had problems with the cameras. Microsoft cameras wouldn't run with Ubuntu. Yeah.
What's your main power source on it?
We have two batteries. There's one on the front, one on the back. They're both 12 volt, 15 amp hour batteries. So we get about an hour and a half at one time off of it.
Is it lithium?
No, they're just gel core batteries.
No mini nuclear reactors this time around.
No, I wish. There's no rules against it, so maybe this time.
So the build itself is actually for competition, or do you want to commercial at some time?
Yeah, it's all built for competition. We can't take it out and just drive it around if we want to, but yeah, the sole purpose of it was for competition.
That's nice.
Any other questions?
You ever consider catching lobsters with it?
I'd like to go with lobster if we try with lobster.
We constantly drive around with it in the back of our trucks, hoping we get pulled over by someone, but no one even bats an eye when they see it.
Most people think it's a bomb when they see it.
Could we consider that?
Okay, so that's our presentation. Thank you for letting us present.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.